Today, we are going to be talking about a very practical subject. I want to talk about financial freedom for salary earners. Financial freedom for salary earners, and also for, young graduates who just started working and earning salary. Hello, Njideka. Good evening. It's always a pleasure. What's a joy having you around? Especially since the day I realized that you are one of the 1,000 people I'm looking for. I'm so sure about that in my spirit. So always good to have you around. Okay. So tonight, let's talk about financial freedom for salary earners. And I'm going to be drawing from my experience and also from a conversation I had this evening with a young person in his early 30s, who is earning salary. And I look back to the time I earned my first salary, and knowing what I know today, I would actually have done a lot of things differently from my first salary. So I'm going to give you some principles and some rules to follow, because many of us do not realize just how much of a blessing having monthly salary is. When we are starting out life and starting our profession, many of us just do not realize it, just how much of a blessing having a monthly salary. And especially when you have a job where you are paid regularly every month, I think we should be more thankful than we are. Now, I know that a lot of people have been placing stigma over, people who work, who do 9 to 5, and so they call a job, J-O-B, they call it just over broke. And I think it's not fair, to regard jobs that way, because having a job seems to be the very first gift that God gives us as we're finishing school and as we're starting work. Is the very first gift in our financial health. But I think a lot of us abuse our salaries. A lot of us not just abuse our salaries, we treat it badly. Okay, we treat it badly, and then we do not see salary as what is supposed to be, what is actually meant to be, because your salary is actually like the vaccination against future poverty. That's a good one. Can somebody type that? Your salary is a vaccination against future poverty. So, and I remember when I earned my first salary, oh my goodness, there was no plan. There was no plan. First of all, I had come from a place of survival because I hadn't gotten a job. I had suffered. The work I did before I joined Shell, I was underpaid. So when I got the Shell job and started getting this salary, I didn't really know how to treat. So one of the things we're going to talk about is how to treat your salary. And after tonight, you will never look at your salary, your monthly salary, the same way again. I guarantee you, you will never look at it the same way again. So when I started getting salary, all that was on my mind, was just spending it, buy food, pay children's school fees, pay house rent and things like that. So the concept of paying myself first was not there. Paying myself first. So I paid everybody but myself. And at the end of the month, I had nothing left. So that was salary abuse. So there's actually something called salary abuse. Type it in the comment section. Those of you watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, type it, salary abuse. So one of the things you want to avoid as a salary earner is salary abuse. Because you will discover that once your salary starts coming in, everything else that needs to be done, everything else, there will be so much demand on that salary that if care is not taken, you will end up working 5 years, 10 years, 20 years and never paid yourself for once. So, because of salary abuse. And then the cause of difficulties, financial struggle for many people later on in their lives. People are 20, they are 30, they are 35, they are earning good salary. But then later on, by 50, by 45, by 50, 55, they are regretting. They look back and then there's nothing. The reason is because of salary abuse. It's because of salary abuse. Okay. So, the first way that you abuse your salary, which is what happened to me, was that when you get paid, you pay everybody else except yourself. You pay everybody else except yourself. That is salary abuse. So the number one law for those of you who are salary earners and you want to become financially independent, number one law is pay yourself first. Please type that in the comment section. Pay yourself first. That's the number one law of salary. If you do not do that, I guarantee you, you will struggle later on in life. I meet people, the other day I met a civil servant who had worked for over 30 years of his life in the civil service. And then he was telling me that he looks back and then there's nothing to show for it. There's nothing to show for it. And then what also happens is when people don't pay themselves first and then they abuse their salaries, what tends to happen is that midway in their career, they start getting under pressure to do unethical things. That's when people start taking bribe. That's when they start looking for how to take advantage of their employer. That's how they start looking for other quick ways, to make money. And then in the process of that, because now you're starting, you probably, when you start working, you probably are not married yet. Okay, you probably are not married yet. But in the course of your career, you get married, you start having children, commitments start increasing. And so if you have not started the first law of paying yourself first, so you find that by the time you're midway into your career, and then all these other expenses begin to come, family obligations, all kinds of obligations, then you find yourself under pressure. And then when you are under pressure, the temptation to do things, to compromise your values, to compromise your conscience, now come. That's when people start doing, people who normally would not cheat their employers, they start doing things like that. They send you to the market to procure stationery. You procure stationery at the price of 100,000. Then the stationery vendor or seller says to you, what do you want me to put there? And then you say, okay, put 150,000. But you actually bought it 100,000. So you cheat your company out of the 50. So people begin to do that because later in their life they find that, they really abused their salary. So they get under pressure, to try to catch up. But you do not need to. So the first law is pay yourself first. I'm going to come to that. What does that mean? What does it mean to pay yourself first? So let me give you this background to explaining what it means to pay yourself first. So when you're earning salary, when you are earning salary, when you start working and the money starts coming, promotions start coming, and then they give you, salary raise. You see your salary going from 200 to 500 to even 800 and all that, and the money keeps coming. The other temptation is that the more the money is growing, they are promoting you in the office, then there's a tendency to want to spend more, to upgrade, as it were, to upgrade your spending. But the secret is, as they promote you and more money comes, you can continue to live the way you had lived. Because there's a temptation, for instance, if you're earning $500,000 a month and you're currently staying in one bedroom apartment or a studio apartment where you're paying, say, a million or something. Now, the tendency to want to upgrade maybe to 2-bedroom and pay more when they raise your salary is there. It's high. So avoid that temptation. Okay. So when you start earning salary, I want you to start seeing that salary as seed for investment into your future. A seed for investment into your future. The mistake that I made, and the mistake that many people who are earning salary make today, is that when they start earning salary, they begin to upgrade their lifestyle. They begin to focus on lifestyle. So the salary is providing them lifestyle. So they are buying expensive cars. They are living in expensive neighborhoods. They are attending expensive events. They are traveling business class, all on salary. But that is a time bomb. That is also a big form of salary abuse. When you start earning salary, you don't start with lifestyle. You don't start with lifestyle. That's a mistake I made and many of us make. You start with investment. You start with investment. So that expensive car, instead of buying the brand new car or buying a very expensive car, you buy a used car that is functional, that just takes you and your family. There's no point, as a worker, as a salaried person, there's no point buying expensive vehicles. What are you buying a Mercedes for? What are you buying a Mercedes? What are you buying a G-Wagon? Who are you trying to impress? That is salary money. So, don't start with lifestyle. That is the second law. The first law is to pay yourself first. The second law is, do not start with lifestyle when you're a salary earner. Start with investing. And in the course of your career, your investment will now start funding your lifestyle, not the other way around. Because if you start with lifestyle, then sometime down the line, you will not be able to continue to afford that lifestyle. And by the time you retire or you become old, you find that you can't have the lifestyle again because there's no investment to be able to sustain that lifestyle. But if you now start with investment, then over time, even as you're earning salary, over time, you will see your salary, your investment begin to take care of your lifestyle. So remember, the first law is pay yourself first. The second law is do not start with lifestyle. Start with investing. So that money you're paying yourself first, what it means is you're putting money aside for investing, and investing particularly in the financial markets. Because what you're doing is you're transmuting money that comes from the labor market, from your work as a salaried person. You're transmuting that money into the financial markets. The financial markets know how to multiply money. So we're talking about the stock market, we're talking about the index funds, we're talking about bonds, we're talking about mutual funds, we're talking about all those financial assets. So as a salary earner, your primary goal should be, number one, pay yourself first. Then number two, that money you're using to pay yourself, transfer it to the financial market as a very, very solid investment, so that will take care of you down the line. Because many salary earners, and I can even say that This is up to 90 if not 95% of salary earners do not do this thing. They focus on lifestyle, the lifestyle that the salary is providing for them. But that thing is a scam. Lifestyle, salary lifestyle is a scam. Please type it in the comment section. I want these things to really get to salary lifestyle. That is a lifestyle that is being pushed or funded by salary. It's a scam. It's not sustainable. When I was working with Shell and with Chevron, so if I was to travel abroad for a business for a kind of assignment somewhere, say in the US or in Netherlands, in the case of the time I was working with Shell, going to Netherlands, when I was working with Chevron, going to the US. Now, the business trips in those days were business class. They were, I mean, of course, your Shell staff. Shell can't put you in economy. Neither would Chevron put you in economy. We traveled. I don't know if it's still like that today, but I have no doubt, no reason to believe that it's not like that. It's all business trip paid for by the company. Now, I will be entering the plane. Of course, when I got to the protocol people, the logistics people, would pick me up from my house, with that spy police. So sometimes you see you're driving in traffic, you see these vehicles flashing, and then you see SPY and all that and all. It was carrying some of us, Shell staff. We were the people inside going to the airport. So now, when I got to the airport, the protocol people were already there because they knew I was traveling. We had men. So sometimes if you go to the airport, you will see people wearing this airport, wearing some shiny jacket, and it has Shell logo behind it, or it has Chevron logo behind it. So those are the protocol people. So they will be there, to welcome me, to welcome other Shell staff, who were traveling at the time. They took my bags from the car. They had my passport. They went straight to the check-in counter and checked me in and brought the boarding pass, to me. And then I headed from there straight into the business class lounge. So life was very good. Business class lounge. And then I would stay there until when it was time to board. They would specially inform us in the business class. And of course, we will board first, and and then as I'm entering the plane, because you're a business class, person, Shell staff, as I was entering the plane, the air hostess will come in. They already know your name. I know your sister and other. Hey, Mr. Obo, how are you today? Okay, can I take your jacket? And I say, of course. Yeah. And then as I'm sitting in my chair, they're coming with glasses of champagne, of orange juice, and of all those things, it's going to break my internet. Don't change it. Sorry, I'm talking to somebody out there. Just a second. Did you hear? Yeah, okay. So they say champagne or water or orange juice. So we were well taken care of because I was working for Shell. That was salary. That was salary. Then after I left Shell, I couldn't maintain that. I have to find my way, to the airport. And then, of course, I wasn't doing business class. I would do the economy, where other normal human beings. And I wasn't going to be in the business class lounge. I waited where everybody was waiting. And then we struggled through that process and things like that. So that's just to show you how fickle the salary life is. The salary lifestyle is a scam. You cannot sustain it. So whatever you cannot sustain on your own, whatever you cannot sustain on dividends of your investment, it's a scam. Don't do it. So now, because I don't have the Shell salary again, I don't travel like that. I don't travel business or first class. So you get the point I'm making? So start with lifestyle. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Start with investment, as a salary earner. Leave lifestyle alone. Eventually, when you become older, like myself, somewhere down the line, you will find that one investment that you made now while you are a salary earner will take care of you for the rest of your life, to take care of your travels, to take care of your medicals and everything. But you see, if you're starting with lifestyle, you find that you are spending your future today. And should anything happen and then that job goes, like suddenly, you will find yourself reset back to like 10 years or 15 years, earlier. You will find yourself reset to 10 years earlier. So, your salary is a seed. When you're earning salary, don't start with lifestyle. Don't start with living the lifestyle. Start with investing, aggressive investing, delayed gratification. Leave those travels now. You're not trying to please anybody. If your friends are all going to Dubai on holiday, they're going for expensive vacations and things like that, leave it for now. Let them do their own now. Do your own 10 years later. By the time you are doing it 10 years later, it is your investments, the dividends of your investment paying for it, not you. Okay? So, this is really where I want to pack it tonight, because I want to keep it very simple. For salary earners, don't abuse your salary. And then don't look at your salary like something to maintain a lifestyle. Live in very expensive places, buy expensive cars, live large, buy good clothes. No. When you are earning salary, that is the face of your life for delayed gratification. That is the face of your life for delayed gratification, not showing off. Do not show off anything on salary. Salary is not for showing off. It's not for showing off to your neighbors or to your peers or to your old boys association to let them know that you are doing well. It doesn't work. It's not wise. Okay? It's not wise. Start with investing and then delayed gratification, and then sometime down the line, the dividends of your investment early in your career will take care of you. So in summary, salary is a blessing. Salary is a blessing. We need to acknowledge it. Something comes to you every month. It might not be much, but it's okay because it is a seed. Many times the seed is not the seed of look at the seed of maize. It's just one maize. And then when you plant that one maize, it's been calculated that one maize would bring, of course, several corns and can bring up to 2,800 other grains. One can bring up to 2,600, 2,800 other grains. So you need to look at your salary like that. Stop neglecting your salary and stop letting people tell you that your salary is small. It is a seed. Seed is usually very small. So the issue is how you use the salary. How you use the salary today can make you a giant tomorrow. It might be small. Don't worry about big salary. Where you are right now, manage what you are being paid right now at this time. Follow those laws. Number one, pay yourself first. And then number two, start with investment, not with lifestyle. So I want to keep it simple tonight. We will have more of these conversations because I see lots of young people starting out and doing well, making good income. But they are complaining that the income is not enough, that the income is not paying their bills, the income is whatever. No. Start looking at your salary differently. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, including that salary. Don't look at it as small. Approach your salary with a heart of gratitude, and you will be amazed how what you thought was very small becomes so big. And invest today and do lifestyle tomorrow. Don't do lifestyle today. And then by the time that work goes, or you grow old, or God forbid there's some kind of emergency and you become sick and can't work again, then you would have had something to fall back on. All right. Is this useful to someone? Okay, so let me take your questions. Type your questions. YouTube, TikTok, and Zoom. Type your questions. So let me take the next couple of minutes to type your question, to read your questions or your aha moments. You know, what is an aha moment for you today? Carolash Artist says, so this also applies to non-salary earners too. Those of us who are self-employed follow suit. Absolutely, it is. Yeah, it does apply. The principle is the same. And as a matter of fact, you know, one of the things that you want to do for yourself as a self-employed person is actually to put yourself on a salary. It changes the game. You know, for years after I started my consulting firm, I found it difficult, you know, to put myself on a salary. You know, but things actually changed for the best when I put myself on regular salary at the end of the month, and it was at the counsel or the advice of my financial of my auditor, who's also a financial mentor. So it applies actually to everyone. Okay, but I was just trying to highlight salary earners tonight. Okay, what other questions? And on TikTok, if you want to come on video, that is fine. I can also, I'm not sure how to do that. If you want to ask a question, yeah, just ask a question. If you want to come on video, let me know and I'll put you on and then you can talk. Okay, so let me look at Facebook for questions and for aha moments. What are your aha moments? And then what would you like me to talk about a little bit tomorrow? Okay, Abdul Idi says, my aha moment was, these are the things I did without actually thinking about it. Fantastic. Very, very good. You know, that's very, very good. Very good. Then one says, what type of investment can a person who earns 200K per month do, sir? I would encourage you to invest in the stock market. Okay, so open a stockbroking account with a licensed stockbroker, and then you can start buying some high quality stocks, you know, like GT Bank, like at this time Aradel, like Zenith Bank, MTN. So every month, if you pick one particular stock like GT Bank, every month you tell your stockbroker, oh no, you don't even need to talk to your stockbroker, because right now you can buy the stocks by yourself. So every month, if you're saving out of the 200,000, if you're putting 50,000 in investment, so every month you say, okay, 20,000 to Zenith Bank shares, 20 to MTN, 10 to Aradel, or something like that, and you continue to repeat every single month. So the stock market is a fantastic place. I've been investing in the stock market since 2023, late 2023. So that's about 22 years right now. And it is the best thing that has happened to me, because now you are working and earning salary. You are in the labor market, and the labor market is one of the most difficult markets. So you want to take your what you are earning from the labor market and then put it in the financial markets. Okay, Kinsley says, how do you really pay yourself if what you earn can barely sustain you? It's a very good question, Kingsley. And there are two ways to look at that question. One is, you can see where you have to reduce and adjust your expenses. There's no shortcut to that. You know, you either reduce your expenses or you increase your income. So you find a side hustle or something, but it's really important to make sure that you pay yourself first. So I agree that you need to be able to sustain yourself, but at the same time, if all you are doing is month after month, hand to mouth, you spend everything that you have earned, then what are you setting up for the future? It's a no-brainer. How are you going to fund the future if you're spending everything that you're earning? So 2 ways. Number 1, increase your income. Find other sources of income. Find something to sell. Find a skill that you can learn in order to earn some money. Okay? So that you can always pay yourself first. All right, Too Much of Physics says, my aha moment is we should live below our means. Absolutely. Priska says, my aha moment is start investing, not lifestyle. Very good. Okay, invest today and do lifestyle tomorrow. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Tamlotoje says, I just got a salary alert right now. Can you imagine? All right, so this night was for you. Okay, TMIT says, should I invest in stocks directly or use equity fund managed by an investment bank? Yeah, many times. I mean, you could do, it depends on your investment objectives and also on your risk tolerance. Stocks give you more. Stocks can actually do more for you, but it's a bit more risky than just buying into an equity fund that is managed by an investment house. So you can, that one seems to be less risky, but you can do either. You can do either. I do stocks. Okay. Is there any other question here? Okay. Ada Ezekwelu says, can you make a one-off investment in stock and still make good profit? Yes, you can. Remember the story that was out in the papers the other day? Femi Otedola's brother had invested in Geregu, okay, and last December, he now sold off his shares in Geregu for, I believe it was 4.5 billion naira. Meanwhile, his investment were, like 10% of that or something like that. Yeah, so you can do that one-off. But the good thing is, when you're investing in stocks, look at it as long-term investment, not short-term investment. So you can do one-off, but it's best, if you do what we call dollar cost averaging and then you invest over time. Okay. What other question do we have? Okay. I think that's it for tonight. Let me see on Zoom if there's a question or an aha moment. Oh yeah, okay. People on Zoom, we're experiencing some network challenges, but nevertheless, this is going to be available on the YouTube channel. And for those of you who have not joined my YouTube channel, you really want to do that, because we have over 530 videos like this one over there, and many people are yet to discover that. So, and then they replace, even they replay for tonight, and they replace over 200 and something replays of training like this. They are there, so you can literally do very well watching those videos. And the YouTube channel is my name, Obo Awoke Obo. So for those of you who had network issues, we will upload it on YouTube. So in another 1 to 2 hours, it will be there, so you can actually watch it there, because I think that network was very unstable on Zoom. All right, and now the Financial Fitness Challenge, the Class 5, has started enrolling today, and then we are running the early bird right now. So during the Financial Fitness Challenge, we take time to get you to start investing in the stock market. We take time to help you create a system for earning, managing, and multiplying money, because you need a system for that, to make it sustainable. and then we talk about how to earn money every day, because if you spend money every day, you should earn money every day. All right, so someone is asking what's my YouTube name. My YouTube name is exactly my name, that name you see on the TikTok profile, Obo Awoke Obo, and then the same name you see on Facebook. Just type it in and then you will see that. Okay, so if you are joining the class 5 of the Financial Fitness Challenge, just DM me from wherever you're watching, and then I will send you the registration details. We have started right now, and you need to join the group as quickly as possible. And then till this same time tomorrow, whatever happens, keep showing up, because you never know what's coming your way next. Same time, same channel, tomorrow. I will see you, and then we'll continue to talk about your financial health. So good night, everyone, and God bless you.